Fuck the feds. 800 G's cash on the bedspread. Fucking plug when left, now a Fed's dead. Dirty business on the low with cartel locos. On the yacht floating off the coast of Acapulco. Senoritas on the deck with their ass out. Hoes will always be around when you cash out. The black mask boys, bullies with the fullies hit another lick. Cash bundles in 100 bricks. Everybody's fucking dirty in the gutter, brother. Double cross you, triple cross you, they'll set up they mother. Next stop, recop down in Sinaloa. Dirt cheap, but you gotta get it across the border. Cops banging for they take cause they live too. Pay them double, let them cocksuckers drive it through. Back in Cali, trap house with the view. $11 million beach house up in Malibu. The hustle don't stop, unload, recop. More cars, more jewels, fuck it if a body drop. More bitches, more cash, fuck you. Motherfucker, got them feds in my rear view. The hustle don't stop, unload, recop. More cars, more jewels, fuck it if a body drop. More bitches, more cash, fuck you. Motherfucker, got them feds in my rear view. Got a call, my man died, thought somebody shot him. Turns my nigga Dito fentanyl and Oxycontin. 100 packs, got the pressure for 100 racks. DHL to ATL, got 200 back. My old partner used to be the motherfucking dude. Fed served him when he started moving dog food. Private flight to Vegas, about 10 deep. My shit don't stink, bitches in designer mink. Everywhere we move, that's where the party go. Presidential suite up at the Bellagio. Hit the tables 1 a.m., let some cash blow. Win or lose, money's clean and we out the door. Couldn't club, dress code said no strap or vest. Fuck the club, all them hoes on crystal meth. Another phone call, move 10,000 tabs of X. Another hour and my bitch is coming out that dress. The hustle don't stop, unload, recop. More cars, more jewels, fuck it if a body drop. More bitches, more cash, fuck you. Motherfucker, got them feds in my rear view. The hustle don't stop, unload, recop. More cars, more jewels, fuck it if a body drop. More bitches, more cash, fuck you. Motherfucker, got them feds in my rear view. Helicoptered off the roof to the Gulf Stream. Met some players in Miami with the triple beam. Said they got the white raw straight from Bogota. Niggas had the illest Bugatti that I ever saw. Insane, crazy crib out on Key Biscayne. Hard body, pulled up to it on a seaplane. Cowboys, bad news, plenty of jewels. Speedboat, bad bitches, infinity pools. Had my nigga Fetty with me, he draped in Versace. From the Jacks gangbanger with a gang of bodies. A mil cash in his Gucci like the shit was legal. 12-inch suppressor screwed onto his Desert Eagle. Met a chica at the crib, a fucking narco queen. Her uncles were the biggest bosses out of Medellin. You could feel the bitch was cold, she was nothing soft. Fuck around with her and get your fucking dick cut off. Me and Fetty hit the jet back to Cali. Private, so fat, coulda had a bowling alley. Wheels touchdown, smooth on the tarmac. G650 to the Maybach. I got at least $500,000 tied in legal fees. Another half, bailing out my little G's. DEA's on my bumper, I can feel the squeeze. Till they kill me, I'm a psychopath about this cheese. The hustle don't stop, unload, recop. More cars, more jewels, fuck it if a body drop. More bitches, more cash, fuck you. Motherfucker, got them feds in my rear view. The hustle don't stop, unload, recop. More cars, more jewels, fuck it if a body drop. More bitches, more cash, fuck you. Motherfucker, got them feds in my rear view.
Time we were sipping on wine, I could see it in your eyes, you were feeling alive. Why I tell you I was good, why the fuck would I lie? Why? I remember saying twice, baby, I shouldn't drive. I should let you hold the keys, baby, take them aside. If you taking my advice, maybe then you survive. Yeah. I've been looking at the sky all night and see shit. Thinking how you died, but you said I could be shit. Now I'm on my grind, baby, look at me now. Look at me now, yeah. All this cash on me make 'em wanna go down. I can feel your cup, girl, I can make it slow down. I can show you up, baby, I'm a po-fo. Sipping all day, baby, what you waiting for? If you need a drink, I got drugs on me. Got a watch for the 12, I got drugs on me. I've been going hard, I've been working OT. I'ma make it stack, put it on my mommy, yeah. Right when I swing, hit the ground and you blink. I got a drop, I can spill me a drink. Fuck what they saying and fuck what they think. I know they gon' love me when Gucci my links. Lines on the sink, pills in the drink. I'm coming and taking the ring. I remember that time we were sipping on wine. I could see it in your eyes, you were feeling alive. Why I tell you I was good, why the fuck would I lie? I remember saying twice, baby, I shouldn't drive. I should let you hold the keys, baby, take them inside. If you taking my advice, maybe then you survive. Yeah, I've been looking at the sky all night and see shit. Thinking how you died, but you said I could be shit. Now I'm on my grind, baby, look at me now. Look at me now, yeah. All this cash on me make 'em wanna go down. I can feel your cup, girl, I can make it slow down. I can show you up, baby, I'm a po-fo. Sipping all day, baby, what you waiting for? If you need a drink, I got drugs on me. Gotta watch for the 12, I got drugs on me. I've been going hard, I've been working OT. I'ma make it stack, put it on my mommy, yeah.
So how's everybody doing today? It's been a while since I hopped on here. I'm not going to pretend like it hasn't been a while since I did an OTT and really talk to all you guys like this. But first, let me just say, welcome to Mike's Random Thoughts. Now, if you're a regular viewer or listener, then you already know the subject matters I like to cover, and you already know how I like to do things. However, if you're actually new to this show, I want you to understand that I cover theology, history, true crime, and yeah, sometimes the stuff that people don't really want to touch or talk about or really go into. And sometimes that could be politics, it just depends. And today, we're going to step back into the world of true crime and discuss briefly one of the cases I'm looking into. But before I get into that, I do want to give a quick update, like I was saying earlier, on my show and on the blog, and what's really been going on behind the scenes, because I know, as I was saying, some of my regular viewers and listeners, they have been wondering where I've been and why I haven't been posting content. And folks, the honest answer is I've just been working. I'm not just recording like I used to back to back, but I'm actually taking time to research, read, write, and I'm digging into multiple cases all at the same time. Basically, what I was trying to do is make sure that when I come back, I have something more solid, not just a bunch of noise. Because right now, especially in 2026, man, that's what you're getting, a whole lot of noise, a whole lot of content that a lot of people are posting very fast, but they're not thinking it through. They're just seeing, reacting, and posting. And look, that's not what I want to do on my show or blog. I would much rather be a little bit more slower, however, end up being more accurate, or at least honest about the stuff that we don't know as I'm posting it. Look, I don't know, but this is what I'm seeing. And yeah, I gotta say, part of that is because I've had stuff taken down before, and some of my regular listeners and viewers, they already know. I've had channels flagged, I've had content pulled, and I've had things removed in the middle of the night, often while I'm sleeping. So this time around, I decided I was gonna move a little bit slower, but however, hoping to be a little bit smarter. Now, with that said, let me talk about what pulled me back into the world of true crime. And I'm sure a lot of people have already guessed it. Yes, it's the case of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. And look, I know what some of you are thinking already. I do. Mike, everyone has talked about this case. It's been covered to death, from conservative outlets to liberal outlets. There's not possibly anything new that you could bring. Let me just say, that's not true in 2026 and onward, because right now, that case is just beginning to heat up again. And I'm not talking about it in a small way. Look, we're talking that they did a massive document release, which had millions of pages. I've looked at a lot of them. In those pages, there's connections, there's testimonies, and there's old information. But that old information and stuff is being reanalyzed by new people with a new set of eyes that are really digging into it like it's the first time. And at the same time, yes, I'll admit it, there's a flood of misinformation that's been going on. And folks, let me just say, in my opinion, that's where things start getting messy. Because here's why. Now you got real documents, but they're mixed up with speculation, which is mixed up with AI-generated content, right? But that content is mixed up with straight-up lies. And all of that stuff is being pushed at the exact same time. So listen, if you feel like you don't know what to believe anymore, understand you're not alone. Let me give you a real-world example. From just, past 2 weeks ago, there has been multiple videos going around online, right? And they're claiming that Jeffrey Epstein is alive. Not just one, no, multiple different videos of multiple different angles and locations, and people, what they're doing is they're zooming in and they're trying to analyze the face and they're comparing different features like teeth and eye shape, trying to prove that he's really still alive. Even mainstream shows I follow, like the Pat Gray show, they've been debating whether or not the clips like this are real or not, because they're just getting that good. So naturally, one day I decided, why not look into it? Now, my first thought was a body double. Because let's not forget, Ghislaine Maxwell herself used to talk about using lookalikes to distract the paparazzi and unwanted attention. Listen, that tactic, it still exists today. Now, my second thought was AI. Because we've already seen AI-generated images of Epstein go viral and fool people. And listen, that's including mainstream journalists that have been doing this for quite some time. And now in 2026, the reason is AI video is getting so good, it's getting good enough to make things look real at first glance. So what are we actually seeing, folks? That's what we got to ask ourselves. Could it be a lookalike? Could it be old footage? Could it be AI? Could it be a mix of both? And right there, folks, lies the problem, okay? We are at a point now where seeing something, it does not mean that it's real. And that's what I've been so careful. That's literally why I've been so careful about this case and posting and talking about it. Because people I know and people I've seen that I follow are getting content taken down over stuff like this. Videos getting flagged, channels getting hit, and material that they posted removed. And a lot of that is due to manipulated videos or content. Now, I've already been through that, like I said earlier, and I'm not trying to repeat that. Now, let's step back in for a second, all right? Because beyond the AI and the videos, there's still one main question that lurks, right? What actually happened to Jeffrey Epstein? Now, officially, Epstein died in 2019, and that was ruled a suicide. Like if you go to look it up in the files or go look it up in official positions, that's still what you're going to see is the official position that he committed suicide. However, the circumstances around it, the timing, and the failures that the prison system had, Jeffrey Epstein's connections, understand that this is why people still question it. And that's where I'm going to go into next. So let's dig deeper into this. Just bear with me. Because before we even try to answer what happened, we have to deal with something that's a little bit more bigger, all right? And that's that we're living in a time where reality itself is getting harder to verify. Did you hear what I just said? Reality itself is getting harder to verify. Now, I'm not trying to be dramatic. I mean literally. Right now in 2026 and onward, you can look at a photograph and you can no longer trust it. You can't just watch a video and assume that it's real. You can't even trust the audio that you're hearing if it's real anymore. And that, folks, right there changes everything, especially when it comes to high-level cases like Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Look, AI can generate faces, voices, videos, movement, and lighting. Honestly, all of it. I mean, that's the reason why Hollywood is starting to get, a little bit worried about it. And it doesn't have to be perfect. No, it just has to be believable enough for them to buy it. Because, listen, once something looks close enough, people are going to fill in the blanks. They're going to fill in the rest. You could show someone a blurry clip of a guy, right, who kind of looks like Epstein, and people will convince themselves that it's Jeffrey Epstein. Even if there's a bunch of evidence that says otherwise, they're still going to say it's him. That's not because it's true, but because it fits with what they already believe in their head. And that, folks, is how misinformation spreads. Not just through technology, but through psychology itself. Listen, if somebody already believes that the system is corrupt and that Epstein didn't kill himself and that powerful people keep getting away with all these sick crimes and literally with everything, then that video is going to start to feel like confirmation of what they already believe. And that, folks, is when it starts spreading. And listen, one post can turn into thousands of shares before anybody can actually verify if it's true or not. And by the time that fact checking actually catches up, it won't matter anymore. Now, here's where it starts to get dangerous, right? Because with this case, we also have real information. We have real documents. We have real names, and we have real court testimonies, right? Especially after the recent release. But those real pieces, they're getting mixed in with false ones. And now everything is starting to get blurred together. rumors are starting to look like facts, and facts are starting to get questioned like rumors. And that, folks, right there, that's a problem, especially for creators, because now, even if you don't mean to, like say you share something false and you believe that it was to be true, if it turns out to be wrong, you can still get hit for that on your account. And that's why I'm taking my time with this particular case. I'm not rushing. I'm not chasing every viral post like I used to. Because being first, believe me, that's easy. But being right and patient, folks, that's harder to do. And when you combine AI, misinformation, in a case like this, you're going to create what's known as a perfect storm. And that's where we are right now. All right, look. Now that we get into the part that, I guess we can get into the part that everybody wants to talk about. And that is the theories. Is Jeffrey Epstein actually dead? Or could he actually still be alive? Let me say this clearly. Again, there is no confirmed evidence that he is actually alive. Now, official findings, when you look into it, will still say that he died in 2019. But look, that hasn't stopped people from asking questions, nor will it ever. And the reason really is actually simple, and a lot more simpler than what they're trying to make it out to be like. The situation doesn't set right with people. You have a high-profile inmate who has global connections, who is in federal custody, and then failures in the prison system across the whole board, right? Now, that combination, folks, that makes people question things. And they're going to continue to question things. So let's talk about the idea of him actually being alive, right? I'm not doing this as a claim, but let's take this as a scenario. For something like that to actually happen, it would require extensive planning, resources, cooperation, and let's be honest, perfect timing. And yeah, we all know Epstein had some resources, but let's talk about body doubles. Because this isn't just a movie idea. Public figures have used lookalikes for distraction and security for a very long time. And again, Ghislaine Maxwell herself, she said that she used to talk about this often, by the way, of using that same tactic to fool the paparazzi. So the question becomes, how far could that go with enough money and planning? Then you're going to get into discussions around his intelligence connections. If even part of that world overlaps here, then you're going to be talking about people who understand the spy tradecraft, cover identities, and what's called controlled narratives. Now, think about where someone would go if they disappeared. Look, it's not going to be a big city with a high population. Here's why. There's too many cameras. There's too much surveillance. And nowadays there's even AI facial recognition cameras. A real disappearance would mean a remote location with limited contact, pre-planned logistics, and honestly, most likely a non-extradition country. But then you're going to get hit with a psychological problem. And what is that? Jeffrey Epstein did not seem like someone who would really want to disappear. He had a massive ego, he had control, and he had influence, all right? People like that, they like to be seen. So now you have a conflict, right? You have a personality that wants attention in a situation that's going to require invisibility. And believe me, with certain types of people, especially ones like him, that's not easy to maintain long term. And now, here's another angle for you folks. What if it wasn't about escape or death? What if it was actually about leverage? Look, someone with information can actually be more valuable alive than dead. So instead of thinking in extremes like we all have been, there are other possibilities out there. There's controlled situations, cooperation, and yes, silence. And when you combine all of this, the confusion, the connections, the lack of clear answers, the AI, the documents, you're going to end up with a case that's never really going to settle. It never settles up. And that's why people keep digging into it and why they're going to continue to. All right, so let me give you my personal take on all this, if you will, okay? Do I myself actually think Jeffrey Epstein is alive? I don't have proof of that, folks. And I'm not going to just sit here and tell you something is true when I can't bring evidence to back it up that it is true. But let me say, I do understand why people actually question it. And if I'm to be honest, I kind of land somewhere in the middle. And I'm not blindly accepting everything, but I'm also not jumping into every theory that's out there either. Because listen, both sides can pull you away from reality. There are things about this case, though, that feels off. And I think that most people can actually sense that. And when something doesn't feel right, people begin to ask questions. And believe me, they should. But there is a line. Questioning something, right? That is not the same as claiming something to be true. It just means you're questioning it. And in today's world, that line, it gets blurred very fast. Look, here's why. Social media rewards extremes. It does not reward balance. And that's why I'm trying to approach this case a little bit more differently. I'm not chasing clicks like I used to, and I'm not rushing it like I used to. I'm actually trying to think it through. And if you're still listening, I'm assuming that you're doing the exact same thing. We're only 15 minutes in, and you're not just scrolling. You're actually thinking. And believe me when I say this, that matters. So let me ask you something. Is someone with that level of power that Jeffrey Epstein claimed to have just disappeared? What would that actually look like? Would there be traces? Would someone eventually slip up? Would they be protected? Or would they be eliminated? Look, I want you to really think about it, all right? But when you do, stay grounded. Because if you go too far down this rabbit hole, everything starts to look like a conspiracy. And believe me when I say that doesn't help anybody either. So listen, to my viewers and my listeners, stay curious, but stay balanced. Now, I know we've covered a lot in this OTT. We've talked a lot about this true crime case I'm about to get into. The confusion, the AI, the theories. And I actually tried to make you guys think through it. And that's my goal. Not just to give you guys information, but to give you guys a clearer understanding of what we're talking about. Because listen, this isn't just about Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell. I know a lot of people will simply say it is, but it's not. It's actually about how we process information from this year onward. If you have made it this far, that truly does say something. Now, it tells me that you're willing to think, that you're not just reacting. And I truly do appreciate that. But now I'm going to ask you something. If you enjoy this kind of content that I'm making, please help me build the show back up. The likes, the comments, the reshares, please subscribe to the channels on both YouTube and Spotify. Look, I'm about 100 subscribers away from being able to monetize on YouTube again. And Spotify, unfortunately, when I came back around, it actually requires 1,000 subscribers, and that includes engagement. So I need you guys to do that on Spotify if possible. Look, every interaction actually helps. Let me know how this audio sounds. I actually finally got a real microphone and an actual small soundboard that I'm still trying to learn. Like I said, I'm still learning, and I'm trying to improve the quality of the show for everybody. Now, as far as what I'm going to do next, yes, as you can probably guess, I'm going to go deeper into the Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell case. I already have. There will be full episodes on both Epstein, Maxwell, and Robert Maxwell, Hugh Hefner, a Charles Manson reboot, and even more to be announced later. Listen, for the conspiracy theory people, I'm also working one on Antarctica and Adolf Hitler, breaking down some different theories, alternative history theories. And at the end of the day, I want you guys to understand I do this because I actually enjoy doing it. But also, I have a family, a house, and I have responsibilities. I have children that depend on me. So believe me when I say your support does truly matter. I'm also trying to reconnect with a lot of my old podcaster friends again. I know it's been a while. And while I've been doing this while I've been getting prepared. And now I can honestly say I'm trying to get back. With all that said, listen, question things, stay curious, but stay grounded. And listen, whatever you do, and I know this is difficult, do not let the noise actually begin to replace truth. All right, this has been Mike's Random Thoughts, and I just wanted to say a couple more things. As I was saying, stay grounded, stay true. Make sure what you're posting is accurate. Double check everything. Again, this has been Mike's Random Thoughts. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. The next one is going to be a full-length episode on Jeffrey Epstein. I'm planning on one I'm doing on Ghislaine Maxwell, but I'm also trying to decide if I want to do a joint episode of Ghislaine Maxwell and Robert Maxwell, because both of them I want to do episodes on, but I can't decide yet if I'm going to do them separate or if I'm going to combine the daughter and the father in one single episode. I'm trying to decide about that. I got research material for all three of those people, so you guys know what that means. That means those are going to be coming up here pretty shortly. And also, yes, to the true crime community, I am working on one for Charles Manson. It will be a reboot. I've actually been trying to chase down some leads into some theories about the Charles Manson case that even people that I know that's really involved in that case, they don't really like this theory. However, I'm chasing it down and I'm looking into it. If everything goes right, there will be a Charles Manson reboot coming up here pretty soon. As I was saying earlier, for the alternative history and conspiracy theory crowd, I am working on one. I've been researching now off and on for a couple months on Antarctica. And I also have an alternative theory one on Adolf Hitler, where we're going to discuss some different theories that's been out there about him and his death, and even after his death. So there's a lot of stuff coming this summer for this show. And now most likely it'll be when the show's fully launched again. It'll probably be more closer to the summer. I'm going to be trying to get some new material even before then. And with that said, it's been Mike's for Mike's Random Thoughts. I hope to see you guys on the next one. You guys have a great one.
Holy shit. Is that actual?
No rush, we'll just take your time. Tell me I'm alright, take me through your mind. Say I'm tryna fuck, I think that you're right. I still feel a thing when I look you in your eyes. Maybe you're my weakness or just part of the season. You know I've been speeding, so maybe I just need this. So maybe I just feel you for no reason. Maybe I just feel you for no reason. Yeah, no rush. They say that I'm on the road. Maybe I just lost control. These nights keep on taking tolls. Find me out here on my own.
Hey Marlboro,
I'm in up
give us a smile, gorgeous.
Holy shit, you're trying to attack, bro.
How's my hair? Good, slick back. Thank you.
Holy shit.
Crazy, right?
They say that I'm on the road. Maybe I just lost control. These nights keep on taking tolls. Find me out here on my own. You keep blowing up my phone. Maybe I just lost control. These nights keep on taking tolls. On my own. They say that I'm on the road. Lost control. These nights keep on taking tolls. Find me out here on my own. You keep blowing up my phone. Lost control. These nights keep on taking tolls. On my own. No rush, you just take your time. Tell me I'm alright, take me through your mind. Say I'm tryna fuck, I think that you're right. I still feel a thing when I look you in your eye. They say that I'm on the road, maybe I just lost control. These nights keep on taking tolls. Find me out here on my own, but I'm in up with you home. You keep picking up the bone, say like you've colder than stone, till you blowing on my phone. On the road, maybe I just lost control. These nights keep on taking tolls. Find me out here on my own. You keep blowing up my phone. Maybe I just lost control. These nights keep on taking tolls. On my own. They say that I'm on the road.
You said you wanted men called Shelby. You got 3 of them.
So now you have my